All right, let's go over Declone Sorc. Just going to start out with a take, and then we'll get into the build and whatnot. So, come up here. We're going to pre-buff. Only Shiver Armor is going to stay on, but we need that. So, here we go. If you need to eat an AE, I've found the Meteor is the best one to eat. Alright, so this should be a win, barring a massive fuck up or just god awful RNG. Alright, and we win. Alright, so that was the Hydra Sorc Declone killer. Oh my god. This character only kills Declone, so I don't care about experience. If I die after the fight, that is perfectly fine with me. And I will get that Annie out after the fight. Before that, I just want to go over the build a little bit with y'all. So, what we're working with here is Hydra Sorceress. The reason Hydra's chosen is, you probably saw in that video, you can... with Hydra, it's kind of it's kind of a set it and forget it type damage. So you cast 3 Hydras for 2 seconds and spend 10 seconds trying to avoid his damage and repeat. It's not like I don't know, say Combustion, where you're constantly sort of making a huge effort to do damage. The damage is low effort, and it's the it's passive damage, so you can expend more effort getting him avoiding damage versus expending effort dealing damage. Hopefully that makes sense. So the basic premise is cast your Hydras, avoid damage, keep your Hydras up as it's convenient as you avoid damage. You know, hit as many rejuves as possible, and yeah, keep going. So we'll take a look at the character sheet. And I want to go ahead and get Battle Command, Battle Orders up, and Shiver Armor. So, our Lesser Hydra, and you want to use Lesser, not the regular Hydra. The regular Hydra is better for, like, clearing maps and stuff like that. Lesser Hydra is single target damage, so it does more. It's better. Um, Lesser Hydra damage is 8 to 9k. Certainly not amazing. If I were going for a damage build, it would be much higher. But I'm not going for a declone killer build. So, other things to note: life here, almost 2k. Not pretty low, a lot lower than a typical declone killer, I'd say, but you know, it's fine. It's a sorceress; you only get 2 life per vitality. So, defense, you do actually want to get this pretty high for his meteor. And then most importantly, down here are these resists. So 95, 95, 95. He doesn't do any poison damage. There's no poison damage in the fight, so you don't need to worry about that. We'll take a look at the gear really quick. So for the weapon, I'm using an Oculus. Big thing about this is it has all res and vitality and can roll 3 sockets. And it has 3 skills. Skills aren't that important in this build, but you need some. Because if you have 0+ skills, you just won't kill it. You'll run out of rejuves. It doesn't matter how much other defensive stuff you have. I certainly have enough, as you saw with my 8 to 9k Hydra. But so you need some skills. This has some skills. It's a good place to get it. And then so all res, we need to make sure our resistances are capped with that 95, and we need to make sure our fire resist is at least 50 over cap, because one of the attacks has 50 fire pierce. So the resists on this are nice. And then it comes with 20 vitality and it can roll 3 sockets, and we can stick 3 IOs in it for 30 more vitality. So it's a 100 health item. Health is very important in this fight. Next item is a Shaco. Big things about this are the life. So it gives you 1 life per level. I'm 93, so it gives me 93 life. And the physical damage reduction is pretty big. 5%. That helps a lot with the meteors. Again, all skills. All attributes is nice as well, because that's like, think of 2 to all attributes is 4 to vitality, because you get 2 vitality, and that's 2 less you have to put in strength to wear your gear. So you end up with 8 life or whatever. Not huge, but I mean, it's a thing. And it can roll 2 sockets with a puzzle box, obviously. We've got Ja Ohm in there. So Ja is 5% increased max life. I just had an extra socket that I didn't need for resist runes. So a Ja made the most sense. And then Ohm is going to give us 4 max cold res. Also, this one slammed 3 max light res. Next item, Guardian Angel. Pretty obvious why we want this. Just max res. Can roll 4 to 6. All max res. And it can slam 3 open sockets. So we can stick 3 more high runes in it for more max res. This one's 5 cold, 4 fire, which is kind of annoying, but we took care of it elsewhere. And then it has 5 light, and then 3 lows in there for another 12 light res. So the Shaco and the Guardian Angel are taking care of our light res. the next item, Storm Shield. This one slammed a bunch of lightning res, regular lightning res, and then puzzle boxed 2 sockets. So using 2 items to get +8 max cold res. If you could get a 3 socket one, that would be a little better, I think, because you could use another jaw and get another 5% max life, and you wouldn't put it in here to get 5 max life, you'd put it elsewhere, but you can move your runes around, get another 5% max life, but this is fine. Other big things, physical damage reduction, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Defense is actually bigger than a lot of people think. Next item, Inferno Stride. These give faster run walk and 10 to max fire res, and they slam 3 more max fire res. The reason I like Inferno Stride over Hotspur, which gives 15 fire res, is just the faster run walk. It's kind of important when you're walking around the D-Clone area. But 13 there, and 4 is 17. Next item, the Lava Gout gives us another 5 max fire res. These are slammed with cold res. It's pretty much the only thing it's doing for us, just defense and max fire res. And last item is a Snow Clash. So 5 max cold res and cold res. It does boost our Shiver Armor 1 rank, which is nice. So 5 here, and then 5 here. That's 10. 4 here, 14, +8. So our cold res is taken care of with these items. Our fire res is taken care of with these items. These 3 items, and our lightning res is taken care of with these items. Rounding out the build, we got a Ravenfrost for 20% cold absorb. You saw in the fight, I kind of just ate a lot of Novas. And the Ravenfrost really allows you to do that. I think it's his least dangerous attack with a Ravenfrost on. Then second would be the fire on the ground that comes from his mouth. Bone spirits, meteors, and the stream of red fire. It's actually a lightning attack, but the stream of the thing that streams in the air, those are all very dangerous. But Ravenfrost does trivialize one attack. You got to pick your spots in the D-Clone fight. You saw me, eat some bone spirits, like blow them up in places I would, other than places I wanted to stand. And you saw me eat some Novas, and then I tried to avoid as many meteors as possible. A lot of them are pretty much unavoidable, especially when you're running around like a madman. And tried to avoid the lightning hose as much as possible. And the fire on the ground's not that bad. Next item, Dwarf Star. It's going to have 8 fire. Well, it rolls 4 to 8 fire absorb. This one's 8. And the other big thing about this, so a lot of people use 2 Ravenfrost. I think it's better to go Ravenfrost Dwarf Star for this exact build. Dwarf Star is going to give us life, and conveniently this one slammed 9 vitality, so we get another 18 life. So it's over a perfect life roll, and it has a perfect fire absorb roll. The block chance doesn't matter, the stamina doesn't matter, gold fine. Magic damage taken reduced by 13, so the bone spirits do magic damage, but when you're talking about flat versus percent, the flat damage reductions are just basically worthless. So yeah, that's the gear. Oculus, IO, Shako Ja Ohm, Templar Coat, low, low, low. Oh, I didn't talk about this. This Mars just gives us skills and helps us out with our resists. And 5 all attributes, which, as we discussed earlier, is 20 life. Storm Shield, Ohm, Inferno Stride, Max Fire Res Slam, Ravenfrost, Snow Clash, Dwarf Star, Lava Gout. In the inventory, we've got a High Vitality Torch. This one also does have high resist, which is nice. Yeah. And then we've got a High Vitality Annie. Also nice. We've got Fire Skillers. So 21 life, 18 life. This has 6 strength. 6 strength is 12 life, because that's 6 less points you have to put in strength, so 6 more you put in vitality, so 12 life. A couple of faster run walks, and then basically a plane. Diablo Clone doesn't drop gold. I'd like to get, some better lifers, some FHR ones, because my FHR is only at 30. I'd like to be at 42 really would be good. I mean, 86 ideal, but I don't see that happening. And then the rest of the inventory is FHR, Res, and Life small charms. So a lot of 20 lifers, a lot of FHR charms. We intentionally gave up some skillers to do this. Like I have 5 skillers in my bank that I'm not using because I'd rather use life charms. Like 60 life is more important than a little bit of damage. Shiver armor fell off. You see my defense is 2090. Let's go put Shiver armor back on. It's up to 5,700. So you do want to use Shiver armor. Just period, exclamation point. Talk about the Merc real quick. The Merc's there just to eat rounds of damage, so you can drop your cube on the floor and rebuff.
Rod.
When you're... disregard that. When you first hop into the declone fight, he's going to strip you of battle command and battle orders. Shiver armor will stay up. So what you want to do is go ahead and drop your cube on the floor, and that's going to put a bunch of rejuves on the floor. I'll demonstrate what happens there. And if you'll notice in my inventory, there's nothing but rejuves. There's no ID scrolls. I don't need to ID anything. There's no town portal. Nothing but rejuves, a cube full of rejuves, an inventory full of rejuves, and a Vision of Terror. So usually we're going to click the Vision of Terror, so we'll have this empty slot here when we go in, and then we drop our cube on the floor. And you see, so 5 of them went in here, and there should be 11 on the floor. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If you fail, you have to go get another Herodric cube. Just load up a normal game, go to the Halls of the Dead, level 2, and get another cube. It's not a big deal. And you will fail with this build. It's not a safety declone killer. It's high risk, high flying, fly by the seat of your pants. Holy shit, did that just happen? Build. Okay. So yeah, drop the cube. Then we want to hit switch to here. I guess I didn't really talk about the swap. So swap's CTA, 6 battle orders. Battle orders is the only stat that matters on this. And then a Gurkey's. And the reason I am wearing a Gurkey's is, instead of a lidless, is for the resist. And also this one slam physical damage reduction, so it's like half of a storm shield. So I lose out on the ohms for max cold res, but my resists stay in this area. If I were using a lidless, they would do that. And I can't have that, because if you eat a lightning or a nova, you're going to get one shot. And I don't want to expose myself to getting one shot for 15 hit points. Which one rank of battle orders is 15 health. And one rank of shiver armor. So that's not something I'm interested in doing. So just use a Garkey's. I mean, an lidless would be okay. I just don't have one right now. I don't think it's really too worth pursuing. Although I might. Who knows? So yeah, we want to get in there, drop our cube on the floor, and our Merc is gonna command Diablo's attention while we get battle command, battle orders up. The Merc's using an Infinity just because I had one and don't really do anything else. Crown of Ages, Fortitude, String of Ears, Drax. It doesn't matter. Like I said, we don't want this Merc to anything he does after the first 2 seconds of the fight is just a bonus. So we're happy with whatever contributions, as long as he doesn't get one shot the second we zone in. So yep, throw your cube on the floor. We're gonna switch to the CTA, battle command, battle orders. We'll have shiver armor up, so we won't need to use that. And then just start casting Hydras. And the Merc will die shortly thereafter. Try to keep our Hydras up. Try to avoid his damage. So that is the Hydra Declone Sorc. It's fun. It's really fun. If you're looking to just, challenge yourself and do something cool, I think this is really fun. If you're looking to make a build that's going to have a 95% strike rate on declone attempts and be really profitable, I don't think this is the build. Maybe some exceptional players could make it work, especially if they're like really good at teleporting around. I'm not, which is why I choose not to. But yeah, maybe some players could make it work, but in my opinion, at that point, you're better off just going with a Blade Fury Assassin or a Necromancer or something like that. But I think it's really fun to do it like this, and so I just enjoy it a lot, and that's kind of the point of playing the game, isn't it? To enjoy it. I'm pretty proud of this this build. I think it's super unique and something you don't see very often. So gonna keep doing declones on it for fun. And I'm not gonna ID the Annie guys, but that's gonna be the end of the video. Y'all have a good one.